Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're cracking open the Master Recruiter's Playbook. We're going to see how to take your pitch from just, a list of features and turn it into a vision for the future that's so compelling, a top recruit just can't say no.
So let's just dive right in. Have you ever had this happen? You have an amazing meeting with a fantastic recruit. The energy's there, they're nodding, everything seems perfect. And then nothing. Complete radio silence. They go totally cold. It is so frustrating, right? Well, today, we're going to figure out exactly why that happens, and way more importantly, how to stop it for good.
You see, it turns out that during your entire pitch, a recruit is only thinking one of two things. When you're listing off all your impressive stats, your fancy tech, their brain is just screaming, "So what?" But the second you connect that feature to their goals, the thought instantly flips to, "Gee, that's good for me." The whole game, literally the entire thing, is about dodging that "so what" and hitting the "good for me" button over and over again.
Now, before we get into any tactics or scripts, we have to talk about the foundation. This isn't about what you say, it's all about the mindset you bring into that room. This is what separates the average from the absolute masters. So let's dig into those core principles.
A master recruiter comes from a place of just solid belief. But look at this one right here. They educate and inform to change perspective. That is a huge difference. You're not there to change their mind or argue. You're there to show them a totally new way of seeing their own potential. And when you do that, and you tie everything back to their needs, asking for the commitment at the end, well, it just feels like the natural next step. It's not pushy at all.
This right here, this shows you the incredible power of just one word. Seriously, think about it. The word change is scary. It's uncertain. But a promotion? Man, that's exciting. It's something to aspire to. It's a reward. By just reframing the conversation like this, you're not asking them to take a scary risk. You're offering them the step up they've already earned. It's a total game changer.
Okay, so we've got the mindset down. Now let's get practical. This playbook lays out a structured, repeatable game plan. This isn't about just winging it and hoping for the best. This is a proven process that leads to a yes.
So here are the core stages, and you can see how they build on each other, right? You prep, you warm up, you establish that you're on the same team, and only then do you start demonstrating value. It all flows logically right to that final step, asking for the commitment. If you try to jump from the warm-up straight to the close, the whole thing just falls apart. All right, now we are getting to the absolute engine of this entire playbook. This next technique is the key to everything. It's how you build that bridge from what your company has to what that recruit desperately wants.
Here it is, the big idea. Sell what it does, not what it is. A recruit couldn't care less about your automated marketing system. That's the what it is. What they care about is that it's going to double their referral business and put more money in their pocket. That's the what it does. You have to always sell the result, not the feature.
And check this out, there's a super simple formula for it. Step 1, state a fact. We have an automated program for your network. Step 2, bridge to the benefit. And what that means for you is you'll stay in touch way more effectively. Step 3, the tie down. You'd make a lot more money if you doubled your referrals this year, wouldn't you? Fact, benefit, tie down. It's so simple and it works like a charm.
Okay, but what if you have like 100 different benefits? It can get really overwhelming fast. And that's where the KISS system comes in. Keep it simple, stupid. It's a framework to organize everything you offer into these really clear, simple buckets so the recruit gets it instantly.
As it turns out, pretty much every agent's needs fall into one of these 4 categories: leads, leadership, systems, or support. So by framing your whole pitch around these pillars, it just becomes so much easier to follow. You can literally say, okay, first, let's talk about how we're going to generate more leads for you. And bam, the conversation is instantly focused.
All right, let's talk about it. The moment most recruiters absolutely dread: objections. This is where that fear of rejection kicks in hard. But what if we've been looking at this all wrong? A master recruiter doesn't fear objections, they actually welcome them. Let's see how they turn what looks like a roadblock into a wide-open opportunity.
This one idea changes everything. An objection is not a no. It is a request for more information. It means they're paying attention, they're engaged, they're thinking critically. Honestly, getting no objections is usually a bad sign. It probably means they've already checked out. An objection is your cue to lean in and clarify, not to back away.
And just like before, there's a simple 4-step formula. First, you cushion it. Validate their feeling. You know, I can definitely understand that. Second, you clarify. Find out what's really going on. Third, isolate it. Make sure that's the only thing holding them back. And finally, you handle it. All of a sudden, it's not a fight, it's you two, together, solving a problem.
So let's see how this actually plays out. I need to think about it. That just gets a simple, clarifying question. And notice for "my broker will hate me," the response totally reframes it around the broker supporting their career. It puts the focus right back on the recruit. Every one of these avoids an argument. It just cushions, clarifies, and keeps the ball moving forward.
Okay, you've done it. You've presented the value, you've handled the objections, they're nodding along, you are right at the finish line. Now it's time to ask for that commitment and to dismantle the one last huge barrier that stops so many amazing recruits from making the leap. And here it is, the final boss. Even after a recruit has said yes in their head, the fear of the actual move can be completely paralyzing. I mean, think about it. Having that awkward conversation with their boss, packing up their desk, it's a massive emotional hurdle. A master recruiter knows this, and they don't just say, "good luck." They solve that problem for them. The playbook says to make it so easy it's a no-brainer. You actually rehearse that "I'm taking a promotion" conversation with them. You provide the boxes. You create a D-Day checklist so nothing gets missed. The goal here is to show them that from the second they say yes, they have a partner, a guide, and a team waiting for them. It's about taking away every single bit of friction and fear until all that's left is excitement.
And that's really what this whole playbook comes down to. The next time you walk into a recruiting meeting, ask yourself this one question. Are you there just to fill a spot and talk about the features of a job? Or are you there to truly understand someone's goals, solve their problems, and offer them a genuine promotion to a better future? Because when you start doing the second one, yes becomes the only logical answer.